Hey guys, welcome back to Infinite Wisdom, and welcome all of my infinite beings and friends. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about sacrifice and a little bit of what that entails. Now, kind of how I'm going to do this, guys, I'm just going to kind of do it in questions and then just kind of like answer the questions. So if you resonate with anything that I'm saying, or you understand what I'm saying, or if anything seems like it matches with your life, or this is something that you need to do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe in the bottom. But let's get to it. So guys, our first question today is going to be, what is sacrifice? Okay. Now, when we think about sacrifice, guys, we think about something that you have to give up, you know. It could be something that you love, something that you hold dearly. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be an animal, it could be anything, right? A sacrifice is something that's made with the heart. It's something that is going to be so close to your heart that it might just break it. Okay? A sacrifice, it takes you and it puts you in a situation of sometimes confusion, sometimes loss, sometimes unknowing or being to comprehend on why this needs to happen. Okay? And for many people, sacrifice is usually not the first thing that anyone wants to do. You don't want to give up something you love, right? You don't want to, in a sense, it's kind of like some people, and I know I've probably felt like this every once or twice, where I felt like I was belittling myself because I was giving up something that I cared for, you know? And I know a lot of other people do feel that same way when you actually have to be in that mode of, in a sense, it feels like giving up, right? It feels like you've lost something. It feels like you've left something and you can't remember where it is. That's what a sacrifice is. A sacrifice, it's something that changes you. A sacrifice is something that can motivate you. A sacrifice can also be life-ending, you know, because if you don't know how to handle a sacrifice, or you don't know how to deal with a sacrifice, it kind of messes with your head sometimes, right? It kind of messes with your emotions, your feelings, everything that you've ever thought to be true. It kind of makes that turning point in your life. Okay? Now, guys, our second question today is going to be, why is sacrifice required? And I want to say this to my infinite beings who are listening, or even my infinite being friends. Okay? I'm going to tell you this now. Sacrifice in life for everyone is always, and I mean always, required. Why it's required is because there may be a point in your life where everything seems to not go the way you want it, right? And it may seem to be just an everyday, non-stop chaos confusion, frustration, anger, those different things. And sometimes those different things come from the things that are either within you, that are either around you, right? Or are the things that you tend to attract on your own. Whether those things are things that you love and hold dear to your heart, sometimes those things have to be sacrificed. Now, the reason why they have to be sacrificed is because when you sacrifice something, you have to, in a sense, it's like you have to give your everything in order to sacrifice it, right? When you can give everything that you have away, everything that you love, everything that you hold dear, everything that you felt accustomed to all of your life, when you can do that, that puts you in a state of selflessness. It puts you in a space of being prepared. It puts you in a space of peace. And I know some people will say, well, no, why would that make sense that I have to give up something that I love in order to have peace, or in order to be happy, or in order to move on, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, you're not ready. If that's how you feel, then you're not ready. If that's how you actually truly feel, that you don't need to give anything in order to receive anything, then you're not ready. And there may be people listening to this message and they may say, how can you tell me that I'm not ready? I'm ready. But it's always the people who say they're ready who are not really ready. It's always the people who are willing to grab more share than others, even though others haven't eaten in the line yet, And those people are very selfish. And they have a tendency to not understand that in order to get something, you have to be able to give it. And whether giving is just giving it away, or whether giving is just getting rid of it completely, you have to start understanding that, because you can't get peace of mind with holding on to anger, right? That's a sacrifice to release your anger, right? Any of those deep emotions that you feel about something or any certain situation, letting that go is a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice for your happiness. Sacrifices are here to teach us a lesson. They're here to teach us to adapt and allow us to adapt. Sacrifices are here to open our eyes to things that we didn't see before. When you give something away, it's like sometimes holding on to something, it tends to put a bunch of blocks and a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety on you, which is the reason why most of us go through this world where we're just so lost, so chaotic, and we don't know how to get back to our bases. Guys, sacrifice, it may be one of the hardest things to do, but it's also one of the most inspiring things to do. As a mother, you risk, say you have a single mother who's caring for her child, and every day she has to work 3 jobs. She's sacrificing so that her children will have a better life. Right? We have teachers who get paid, in a sense, it's like teacher minimum wage, right? We have teachers in our school systems who get paid less than, maybe I think it's about $35,000 a year, or maybe 40. I'm not really sure on the statistics. If you know the statistics, then please let me know. We can talk about that too. But in a sense, they're sacrificing their everyday lives to teach. They're sacrificing them having, in a sense, security, depending on how they live their lives, when they could do something completely different and be and feel satisfied, right? But they won't be happy because they're not doing what they love, right? As a teacher, you sacrifice these things out of love, out of passion, working in this day-to-day job just to teach someone else something that maybe you weren't taught when you were younger. Guys, sacrifice is really required because it's the only thing that can break you down, in a sense. Sacrifice, it'll literally make you fall to your knees, have you sighing, literally begging please. And that was a little rap for y'all. If y'all like it, let me know, okay? No, but seriously, guys, like for real, sacrifices are here because we all need to either learn something, we need to gain something, we need to understand something, right? And without sacrifice, you can't get to those levels. Without sacrifice, you can't understand what needs to be understood sometimes because you're still in that certain level of thinking, or you're still in that certain level of consciousness. Without being on your highest level of consciousness, which is when you sacrifice, you can't see the things that are already there in front of you. Now, I know, guys, I tend to talk a lot, but please, I want to hear your opinions, how you feel, if this makes sense to you, if this resonates with you. How does this make you feel? Do you feel the same way? Do you not feel the same way? Please let me know. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe in the bottom below, and let me know how you feel. Please, I want to hear people's opinions on what they feel. But to all of my infinite beings and friends, peace, love, and happiness, and we're out.